Things are so bad for me here that hell couldn't be any more worse. You know, how could things get any more worse? I'm just living in hell on earth. Maybe you've heard somebody say that, or maybe you've said that or something like that. Please understand that that's absolutely not true. It can get much, much worse. In John chapter 5, Jesus is at the pool of Bethsaida. There's all kinds of sick people there, just hoping to step into the stirring water. There was a myth about an angel who came and stirred up the water, and the first person who stepped in would be healed. And Jesus sees this man who's been paralyzed for 38 years, and knowing how long he's been suffering with this, he said, "Do you want to be made well?" And the man's answer is, "I can't. I don't have anybody to help me get into the water." And Jesus says to the man, "Take up your bed and walk." And the man picked up the bed that carried him there, and he carried it home. And after Jesus had withdrawn himself and this paralyzed man was interrogated by the Jewish leaders for a supposed Sabbath violation for carrying around his paralysis bed, Jesus finds him in the temple. And in verse 14, he says, "See that you've been made well. Sin no more, lest a worse thing come upon you." Think about this. What's worse than 38 years of paralysis? Well, Jesus says, "Sin no more, or else something much, much worse will happen." How's that even possible? Spiritual sickness and spiritual punishment is far worse than any physical suffering that we can experience here. Hell is real, and hell is worse than anything that you can experience. And because of that, we need to repent. We need to make a U-turn in our lives. We need to sin no more with a purpose of going and serving and living for the Lord. None of us is ever going to live a sinless life. There was only one who did that. And thankfully, Jesus, the one who did that, was concerned about this man, not only physically, but he was concerned about his spiritual well-being. And he's concerned about ours. And he's made it possible for us to enter into heaven, a place that is so far more wonderful than anything that we can experience here on this earth.